Ladies and mostly gentlemen, what an amazing BlizzCon that was. Not only did I have the pleasure of going from the UK to Anaheim in person to experience it all, we also had some amazing announcements, some of which we'll be going over on the channel soon. But first, we're going to look at something which really hasn't been covered in much detail. Now, as you know, the hype and speculation of sub-races became a reality in which has now become something called allied races. These are currently going to be 6 new races, which are going to be joining the Horde and Alliance respectively. The one we're going to go over today in more detail is the Highmountain Tauren. Now, in my video all about data mining, I attempted to show off the Tauren with no luck, but by speaking with some friends in higher places, I've managed to open up the additional customization options on the current Tauren. As you could probably guess, the current Tauren does have all these options, they're just locked for obvious reasons, and the new Highmountain variety is just a copy and paste of the current Tauren, but with the new options unlocked. But there are a couple more that have been added and that are currently not available on the 7.3.2 client that I'll be using, but I'll go over the missing ones as and when. So as I said at the start of the video, I indeed went to BlizzCon and I did actually get an opportunity to play the new expansion, which is an amazing experience to try out all of that content early. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to so much as get my phone out while playing, but luckily most of it is already online, so I'll just sample some clips and all the credit will be down in the description. So I think the best way to lay out this video is to do a small montage of the male and female options and then say a few words about each section, letting you know what changes and additions are being made with the upcoming expansion. So without further ado, let's check out some of the Highmountain Tauren customization options that are currently in the game as of patch 7.3.2 of Legion. So first, let's check out the skin color. So currently in game there are 3 skin colours which the Highmountain use that are locked. These are all used by NPCs in game at some time or another. Now, as of the early BlizzCon preview, there are currently 4 options for skin colour. That includes these 3 that we just went over, and an extra one which is a dark fur version of this one right here. My theory is that they'll probably add more in time, or give us the option for skin colour and a separate option for war paint, which would be a lot of fun to customise. So for the face, it's a bit of a weird one. In game, when changing a Tauren's face, not a lot happens really. The nose slightly changes in shape, but other than that, most of the options are pretty generic. So looking at the early BlizzCon preview, there are actually 5 options available, which is the exact same amount as the current Tauren. And from first glance, none of them look like they're new. So I'm curious to see if they'll be adding more in the future. So now onto Horn style. Now this is obviously a massive one, and it really sets the Highmountain Tauren apart from your regular boring one. So as of 7.3.2, you have 3 Highmountain options for horns that I just showed you. As of the BlizzCon early preview, you have 5 options, 3 of them being the 3 that I just showed you, and the other 2 being new original ones, which seem to be larger than the original 3, with extra additions such as feathers and ribbons. Overall, these horns are obviously the biggest selling point of the Highmountain Tauren. I even love the fact that when you're a druid, the horns convert over to your druid forms, as you can see here with the bear and cat forms. So now onto horn color. Now this doesn't work at all on the 7.3 client, but on the 8.0 client, you can see that you have the option to add or remove the markings on each of the horn styles. A nice touch, and I'd like to see even further customization of the horns, but to be honest, I'm quite happy with where it is currently. And finally, facial hair. So as of the current BlizzCon build, there are no new facial hair options for the Highmountain Tauren, but it is very early days, so there's still a possibility that this will change in future builds for the expansion. So that's pretty much it, guys. As I said, it's very early days, and these are just options that are currently in the live game right now, but just locked. It seems that with the new allied races, the only races with purely new models are the Zandalari Trolls and the Nightborn, and I'm going to assume that they'll be using the same animations and skeletons as their racial counterparts, the Night Elves and the Trolls. So let me know down in the comments where your thoughts are on the Highmountain Tauren as an allied race, and let me know if you guys would like to see a similar video for the Lightforged Draenei male and female models. Obviously that video will be a bit more fleshed out than this one. So before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons and YouTube sponsors. You guys are amazing. And if you want to support the channel in that way, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. And with that, I'll see you next time.